Welcome back to Break 80, the series where I try to shoot my personal best live on camera. 281s and an 82 are the PB so far. Could today be the day to do it? At Camrial, the host of the Spanish Open, PGA Catalunya, their stadium course. It is absolutely beautiful. I am feeling very confident about the ball striking. Let's get on to hole number one.
Formerly known as PGA Catalunya and built to host PGA Tour caliber events, a rebrand has changed the name to the Stadium Course at Camrial Golf and Wellness. But the course that has hosted 3 Spanish Opens, bid to host the last home Ryder Cup and is ranked #1 in northeastern Spain has itself remained unchanged. The first hole is a short but tricky par 4. A 230-yard tee shot is ideal, leaving a wedge or low iron into a green nestled between a pond and 3 bunkers.
A nice straightforward par 4 to start us off, about 340 yards. Driving iron, set us up nicely. Let's get to it. We are away in style. Go on that driving iron. Get down the middle of that fairway. Beautiful. Right side, perfect line to the green. Let's go and get on there. Started ourselves off with a beautiful tee shot, left ourselves 121 to the flag. Easy breezy pitch and wedge, hopefully. Get us on the green in 2. Not the greatest of contact, a little bit above my feet, but we're on the right edge of the green. That's absolutely fine. That is what we in the business call a good bad one. I didn't adjust for the ball being above my feet enough and caught it very heely, but a chance to get up and down. There's a chance, an outside chance, but there's a chance. That was right. It's a bogey. We've settled in. It's absolutely fine. We've got plenty of them to play with. Plenty of par 5s that we've already got into because we've played this course before. Confidence is key. Let's get on to the second hole. Here we go then. I am so excited for today. I feel like my ball striking is in such a good place. I've been grinding on the driving range. The thing that's going to be key is this is a PGA quality course. It is punishing if you are not absolutely perfect, and it is punishing on the greens. We need to hit the greens, we need to chip perfectly, we need to make sure we putt well, and there is a chance. Tee to green, I'm so confident. Putting, we shall see. So this is Break 80 because I want to shoot my PB on camera, but what we actually want to do as well is have fun, enjoy the course, show it to you guys, and just have a great time playing golf out in Spain. Rob, predictions?
I don't think you'll break 80 just because of the fact how hard the greens are,
Sure.
But I think you've got to accommodate for that. You're playing really good golf. If you're back home, I would say, yeah, there's every chance that you'd be able to break 80 in this form, but these greens are punishing.
The nails, mate. If you gave me tee to green at Camrial and then I could teleport to Camrial and put from the same distance, 78. We could be looking at 88. But we're excited for golf. That's what counts. Let's get on to the second hole.
On hole 2, tee shot placement is once again key. The further you drive it, the more likely you are to run into trouble. But don't leave too far into this green. A severe slope is waiting to pull anything short on approach down into the dell.
So that was actually hole number 1, SI3, and we are greeted on the second by SI5. Slightly longer, at about 350 yards, another par 4. So we're settling in nicely as I took a bogey on the SI3. Get the nervy first thing in the morning swings out the way, and let's get on top of Camrial and make some birdies. Beautiful. They weren't lying about the 2 tricky starts, to be fair. Wind in the face today. I probably should have clubbed up a little bit. I'm playing the course knowledge from yesterday. And from the course knowledge yesterday, I know back of the green is a horrendous put downhill. But if you miss the green short, you've got a horrendous chip up the hill. We're playing about just over 170, but there's a bit of wind into face, so we're going to hit a 6 iron. Send it up there. Nice confident swing. Let's put a good one on it, Andy. Oh, he's put a good one on it. Has he got the legs? Has he got the legs? Stay, stay, stay. It's got the legs. It's just on the front. That is exactly where you want to be. Ooh, that wind was scaring me then. Come on. Our elite level course knowledge has actually hindered us because the pins have moved. So yesterday, the cup was here. You can see the cut. So we've played to make sure we're before the false front. Is that what it's called? So they're going up the hill. Moved the flag up the hill, haven't they? That hill. I told you the hill. I told you. It's a great shot if it carried 1 yard further and didn't check in the hill. That's a good putt from that distance. And you know what they say, Rob? You know what I used to say?
Bogey golf is good golf.
Bogey golf is good golf.
Hole number 3 is our first par 5, and at 472 yards, if you can send it down the right-hand side of this narrow tree-lined fairway, big hitters can reach this green in 2. But approach shots beware, because water behind, water left and bunkers right mean a potential eagle putt can quickly turn into scrambling for par.
2 of the 3 hardest holes on the front 9 out of the way then, and we come to a scoreable par 5 where the new big stick is out. At this point, I'm basically a Callaway ambassador. We've been sent the new Elite driver, 60 gram extra stiff Ventus blue shaft, Elite standard head, 9 degrees. I have shortened the shaft by ½ an inch, and I thought I was going to lose quite a lot of distance, but I've actually gained distance. I think 1 because of the new face, and 2 because I hit the middle of it so much more now that the shaft's shorter and a little bit easier to control. I absolutely love this thing. So good, and I'm really, really confident that this is going to put a huge one down there for green in 2. It's a bit fadey. We're a little members bounce, and we might be okay. When that left my club, I was like, uh-oh, that's a bit of a power fade, and then we've got down here. I also haven't accounted for the wind blowing that way. I think we've hit the hill, and we're like 5 or 10 yards off the fairway. I'll be honest with you, as if these greens weren't hard enough anyway, they've moved the pins to the most ridiculous pin positions I have ever seen. We've got 205 yards. I am gonna hit, that's to the flag that's at the back. I'm gonna try and hit a 5-iron to the front of the green. Do you know what? I don't think this is a good idea. It's so above my feet. I'm gonna hit a little chippy 5-iron and just give myself a wedge onto the green. It's a chippy cutty 5-iron, but it's just in the right rough again, and we've actually got a really nice line to the green. 93 yards to the pin at the back of the green on the left, with water at the back of the green and on the left. They have not niced us today with these pin positions, Rob. But 93 yards into a green to get up and down for a birdie, yes please. What's a 93-yard shot? That is the question in these beautiful warm climes.
That one, I think. That was nice.
That was a good shot, wasn't it? Should we just draw a tracer on that? That's a great shot. We love that. We love it. Ten. Simmer. Oh my God, it didn't want to stop. When that left my club, I genuinely thought that had a chance of going in, and I think I had the line right, and I thought I had the pace right, but man, these greens are quick.
It's going to be hard to understand it through the video, isn't it, just how brutal the greens are?
Mate, it's the craziest greens I've ever played on. In fact, they're hosting the Camrial Open in a couple of weeks, which is probably also why they're getting them absolutely rapid. There's like an actual tournament here. It's not the Spanish Open this time, but I wouldn't mind a couple extra millimetres on the greens. I thought we were about to get our first par. That was such a good putt. All right, one very distinctly average putt and one really, really good putt. Hey, still a good hole, still a beautiful hole. Let's get a little pan around there, Rob. Whew, what a day in Girona.
At 372 yards, hole number 4 is a pretty long par 4. However, any drive that crests the hill will roll all the way down to the water. This leaves a wedge on, where it's more important to be precise with your yardage than it is your line.
This hole is a fader's dream, so the big stick's back. What a shot. Oh, Elite, we love you. We absolutely love you. Oh, I love golf. I love golf. I'd love to sink a putt, but I just love golf anyway.
What a lovely hole.
Unbelievable. But I'm going to have to go get another club. Okay, now we have the right club. It's 111 yards, which is stock 50 really. But there's a little bit of wind in the face and there is danger short and not long. So we're going to hit a pitching wedge. We're going to hit a really good pitching wedge, Rob. Too good, you could say. The wind died, and I think we've one hopped into the bunker. Hey, you can't get mad at outcomes, you can only get mad at your own execution, and that was perfect execution. What can you do? Okay, we're not in the bunker, which is brilliant. We have a very tricky chip down a hill towards the water. Oh my God, that is so good. Wow, I'm actually so proud of myself. I genuinely don't think you could do much better than that down that big hill. Maybe if I played it a yard or two further to the right, but hey, I ain't Scotty Scheffler, you know? I can't do that. I ain't Shane Lowry with his magic Irish hands. I'm just Andy with his shaky Scouse ones. That is an absolutely sublime up and down. I am so gassed. Go on, that's our first par. We'd love to see it.
A 177-yard par 3 down the hill is next. Bunkers right, water left. Get it on the green and you're happy if you walk away with a par.
This is 170 yards, playing about 160 to the flag, but we are using our newfound professional approach to golf scoring. I don't want to be past the flag and putting down the hill. I don't want to be left, I'll be in the water. I want to be on the right-hand side, and if anything, if it's not going to be perfect, we want it to be short to then chip or put up towards the flag. So we've got an 8 iron. If we absolutely stripe it, we should be pin high, about 160 off a tee. And if we don't, that's absolutely fine, and we're going to play between the flag and the bunker. Also, of note, we shot the drone footage on day 1. This is day 3, so the flags have moved, but the hole's the same, obviously. That is such a good 8 iron. We absolutely love it. I didn't see it down because of the sun, but it was going straight at the flag, so. Did you see it, Rob?
I didn't see a splash, that's the main thing.
All right, same logic for the putt. We're uphill, so we're going to turn a little bit to the left, but we've got to give it some beans because of the hill. So I don't think we need to aim too far outside the hole. Let's give the hole a scare. I've pushed it, but it's makeable for a par. It's a lot slower than I thought it was going to be up that hill. Honestly, mate, I don't know if we said this on camera. Not only coming from the UK to absolutely manicured Spanish greens, coming from winter greens in the UK, it's currently February, where it is slow, it's wet, it's bobbly, there's maintenance, to these perfectly manicured pieces of glass. It's hard. I think if it was summer greens in the UK, I'd be a little bit more dialed in for the pace and it wouldn't be too much of a change. This is crazy. But I'm quite pleased with that putt, you know, just outside the circle of friendship. Pain, physical pain. So if you want to break 80, you can't be 3-putting. But you're going to have some 3-putts on these greens. It's just to be expected.
A short 307-yard par 4 is next. Iron off the tee is recommended to keep it on the green stuff, leaving a nice approach shot to a well-protected green. One of the trickier holes on the front nine, despite its short length.
Striped it. What a day to be playing golf. We've got 99 yards. It's on a bit of a downslope though, so I'm going to choke down and just try and play a nice soft 50. Something a bit like that, I think. Absolutely perfect. Just fix some other people's pitch marks, shall I? I mean, come on guys. I'd say this if I was playing Bootle Golf Course, and I'll say this if I was playing Augusta. And I'll definitely say it for Camrial as well. Can we fix our pitch marks, please? He's given it a scare. He's given it a scare. Great putt, Andy.
Taking the flag out.
Hey man, don't take anything for granted on these things. Ball mark out, blue line lined up. And a very good par.
Despite having not one, not two, but 10 bunkers on the 7th hole, it's actually the easiest hole on the front nine, a 492-yard par 5.
Anywhere in play with your driver, and you're basically just laying up, unless it's the absolute monster of all monsters. And we ain't doing that, Rob. We're swinging slow. Oh, what a great shot. Please don't go in the bunker. Yeah, A1. We love it. Love a little low flighted cut, right side of the fairway. What a course, Rob. So nice. So nice, isn't it?
I think this might be my preferred course out of the European courses that we've played so far.
Ooh,
I don't know if it's recency bias, but
it's very nice. A huge thank you to Camrial for hosting us. They have been unbelievably accommodating to the fact that we are filming. And I can only imagine if you came and stayed here, they would be just the same. It's so nice. The facilities are incredible. The golf courses are so nice. They aren't packing them out too much, so you can just enjoy yourself and not see a soul. It's so good. Shout out to Golf Travel Centre as well, who have hooked up the absolute bandits with this trip, and they've brought us along. So go and check out our videos. I'm sure you've already seen them with Tom and Oaks. It's so nice, isn't it? Do you know what I really like, Rob? The fact that they've deliberately two-toned the fairway and the rough. The rough doesn't look super punishing, maybe on camera, because of the colour of it, and it's not grown out super long, but it's Bermuda and it's fluffy, and when you're in it, and it's hard. But the visuals of the course, seeing that stripe of green down the middle, and you can tell they've done it on purpose because it's perfectly done around the bunkers. It looks so nice. I actually really like it. When I first seen it, I was like, this is a bit weird, but the more I've played it, I'm like, wow, when you hit that green stuff in the middle, it makes you feel so good. The course design is class. Nothing silly, just a nice layup. 102, playing 107. Flag's at the back left of the green. And I know from experience, if you go past the flag back left, it will roll off the green. So we're gonna play to the right of the flag. Very sensible, we're on the green. It's gotta go up that hill. Oh, the hill's killed me. It's a big lag putt. 60, 70 footer. See, now this is a scary putt because this is a hill and then the flag is on the crest of it, and this side is a big hill. And if you go here, you are gone. Which is what I was a little bit scared of, and then we didn't quite make it up the hill, up the front. But it's fine, because we're just going to drop this in the hole. Or, you know, leave it 3 foot short. But at least we're not over the crest and off the green. I gave that hole far too much respect. That got in my head. Way too much.
The penultimate hole of the front nine is a short par 3, 131 yards into a massive green, split in half by 2 tiers. Whichever one the flag is on, you need to make sure your ball ends up on 2.
I honestly feel like a broken record talking about the greens, Rob. But I can't understate how much of a tier there is on that green. And you do not want to be on the back one putting down it. It's honestly about 4 foot of elevation in a very, very short distance. It's crazy. 117 to the flag. Tiny, tiny bit of help. I honestly reckon we play the 50 and just hit a full one. And if we're in the front fringes, that's better than striping a pitching wedge and being up on the back tier. Would you agree?
I think you're better off being in the bunker than being on the back of the green, to be honest.
I think you're probably right, mate. Absolutely pulled the living daylights out of it, you know. I think we've gone over the bunker and maybe rolled around. We're not on the upper tier, which is a positive, but God knows where we actually are. I honestly reckon we need to land it about here and let it catch this slope and roll around. That is so bad. If that works, that is absolute robbery. Oh my God.
You couldn't have played that any better.
Oh, no way. Do you know what they say? There's no pictures on a scorecard. And do you know what I always say? There's video evidence. That is an absolute robbery. That is an absolute robbery, Rob. I feel like we should just throw that ball and sacrifice it to the golf gods, because that is a joke. I can't believe we've just got a par. I feel a bit sick.
We finished the back nine on the hardest hole on the course. This 409 yard par 4 is a dogleg right with a split fairway and an approach shot to an elevated green protected by 4 bunkers, and once you're on it, a massive slope from back right to front left.
We finished the front nine with the hardest hole on the course, a long par 4 with a tricky green surrounded by bunkers.
Tricky green at Camrial, are you sure?
The comment section are going to kill me, aren't they? Are these greens hard, Andy? You should have said, mate.
Nah, I'm hoping people have played here and will be in the comment section being like...
Agreeing with me? Yeah, if you have, please do. Uh-oh. 4! I mean, I played for a fade and I've got a slice. But I feel like it might be findable because it does open up, but we should probably hit a provisional.
I think there's water down there, you know.
Is there?
I think there might be red stakes down there.
I'm not 100% sure and I can't remember. So we'll play a provisional and we'll go have a look. Money. Okay, so that is red staked. And my 3 off the tee provisional is right in the middle of the fairway here. And me and Rob are currently debating the rules of golf, basically, if we're scoring this legit and trying to play properly. 3 off the tee, we have 111 to the flag. It's a nice easy breezy 50. The dilemma, and we should probably just go and Google it on my phone, really, but it's in the cart. You guys can let us know in the comments as well. I'm pretty sure when you go into a water hazard red stake, you can drop as far back on the line that the ball travelled to get into it. So in theory, I could go back up there onto the fairway and play my 3rd shot onto the green from like 160 yards. This is my 4th shot onto the green from 111. It's a bit cutty, but we'll chip on. Wow. I mean, I picked my spot and I pretty much hit it, maybe a yard or 2 right, but that is zipped. Don't hit the hill, don't hit the hill. Don't hit the hill. I think that's the golf gods getting me back, Rob. We've made an absolute mess of that. We come into that hole 5 over with a very actually realistic chance of breaking 80 with a good performance on the back. A birdie would have changed everything. I dread to even think what we are now. It's on the screen.
After finishing the front 9 with a long dogleg right, we kick off the back 9 with a shorter dogleg left. But that's not to say it's too much easier. Cutting the corner isn't really an option, so most players will be playing a long iron in from the right-hand side of the fairway.
It's not a good shot in terms of the swing, but it's on the fairway and it's going to have a line into the green. That is an unbelievable shot from 180 yards out. Oh, just on the front of the green. Wind's got a little, but we take those. Should we start the back 9 with a nice up and down?
Why not just chip in?
Should we just chip it in? Ah, well, if you want me to chip it in, you should have said, Rob. It was tracking. It just didn't quite have the legs. That's a great putt. It's a good chip. It's a great putt. And bogey golf is good golf, especially when you've just got a quadruple, which could have maybe been a double or a triple if we knew the rules of golf better. Who knows?
The par 3 11th is arguably the most picturesque hole on Camrial Stadium course. Measuring 142 yards, 15 yards of elevation change make it a relatively simple par 3, if you can avoid the big bunker and the even bigger lake.
Welcome to what has got to be Camrial's signature hole, the 11th par 3, 147 yards, playing about 139 because it's downhill, a green surrounded by water and bunkers, and a green this ball is hopefully soon going to be on. That's a good one. That's in the bunker. This is a scary shot, isn't it? You need absolute commitment to get it out the bunker, but it needs to go the right distance, otherwise it's going in the pond. Still going. It's just stopped. Lovely. It's uphill, but then it goes back downhill towards the edge of the green. So I think we just play it as if it's not uphill, and if it's a little bit short, that's okay, because if it's a bit long, that is not okay. It's good for pace, but I've pushed it quite significantly. I am actually, do you know what this has done to me, Rob? It's kind of inspired me, because I've been grinding so hard through the winter, especially in the last month or so on the driving range, like shortening the swing, trying to get the hip turn, trying to remove the over the top, getting comfortable, just playing a steady fade all of the time with my driver. There is not a chance you would have ever seen me on the putting green in November, December, January, February, the last 4 months in the UK. It's pissing down, it's negative temperatures, the wind chill, the lot of it. I can't remember the last time I practiced my putting properly. This has really actually inspired me and give me some motivation to March, April, May, June, July, practice the putting, and the scoring will come down so much and we'll be into them single figure handicap points.
At 505 yards, this short but narrow par 5 is gettable in 2, but danger waits for anyone who goes for it and comes up short.
Up next, the Elite is back because we've got a gettable par 5. It's short but tricky, a very narrow fairway, But if you can stick it in it and you can stick it down there, it's very gettable in 2. It's a great ball. Go on! What did we just say about middle of the fairway, Rob? However, I feel like we might have a tree directly in our line to the green. We'll see when we get down there. I'm thinking it's 210 to the flag in the back left with a tree in the way. However, if I aim right edge of the trees, smoother 4-iron, it's a par 5. Like, we're going to be up there and maybe an up and down for birdie, maybe on the green with a really, really long putt for eagle. We've kind of ruined the scorecard with a quad. However, you never know what can happen. The first time I ever shot a level par round, it's on my Instagram. Go and check it out, Andy Castell Golf. I got 2 bogeys in a row on the par 3 9-hole course, and then shot my first ever level par. Yeah, it's par 3, obviously. You want to do it on an 18-holer, but you know, it's a milestone. So anything can happen. You never know. A lucky hole out, a chip in birdie, a chip in eagle, and all of a sudden, game on. It's a bit too cutty. It's gone up into the wind. But we've opened the green up nicely on a bit of an upslope and fired that 4-iron right up in the air. Hey, we've opened up the green. We've got a nice approach on. G-I-R, G-I-R. Oh, but he hasn't carried it up the hill. Got a bit too much loft. It's coming all the way back down. I could see the birdie. The birdie was in my eyes, Rob. Oh my God, it still hasn't stopped. Please, ball, please, please, stop. 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 Sound like Hermione? Stop, stop, stop. You're going to run off the green. I've made the mistake of just playing basically my stock 50-yard chip shot, expecting it to land and then release out. I'm like, yeah, I can hit 50 yards. No worries. We've bump, bump, hill, nyom, all the way back. We've basically got 50 yards again. It's actually 20, but up the hill it's probably playing 50.
Wow.
What a great par. That is an unbelievably good 2-putt. I'm actually so gassed. Go on.
These greens are easy.
Mate, just hit the shots perfectly. It's so easy when you do that.
At only 358 yards long, you might think the 13th hole is an easy par 4, but it is actually one of the hardest on the course, thanks to its approach shot into a peninsula green that is barely a club length deep.
I called the signature hole on the 11th. Honestly, I might have gone too soon, because look at the 13th. Par 4 into a peninsula green. The mountains behind, the trees in the background, this looks absolutely unbelievable. We absolutely love it. We have done the visuals proud with that tee shot. Go on. I slipped and rescued that so well. Wow. I don't know if you caught that on camera, but I went that way when I did my backswing. I am very lucky. Shout out to my hand-eye coordination. I didn't know what to do with that, and I didn't know what it was going to do. That's pretty freaking good. On we go.
There's no let up on the back 9 of the stadium course, as you're immediately greeted next by the 4th hardest hole on the course, a 385-yard uphill par 4 with plenty of bunkers to catch your tee shot and a tricky green set on a huge slope.
It's a big par 4. It's a hard hole, SI4. We just need a nice drive up and near the green, see if we can get up and down again like we just did, and that would be 3 pars in a row. We're on a bit of a hot streak, Rob. We've completely put the quads to the back of our mind, and we're just enjoying an absolutely incredible day, to be honest with you. So, so nice. Let's send this one down there. Okay, it's not down there, it's just there. Good. Well, we are making an absolute pig's ear of this hole. How's my bunker game? I was stood on that tee thinking, this is such a hard hole. Do I just hit a driver 9 and play it like a par 5? Should have done. Does a 4-iron get out of this bunker, Rob?
Yes, but does it reach? I don't know. Because clearly there's like a big gap there between fairway and green.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, you can reach it. It's just you have to stripe it, right?
Caught a lot of sand, took a lot of yardage off. We're down there. Oh, this could be the back 9 blow up hole. It was a yard off. A yard. It's about the same as before. Little up and down. Except this time for double instead of par. Checked. It checked. We needed the release. We're up and down though. A good finish to a bad start. That was a good up and down.
Really nice.
Bit of a disaster at the start, to be fair. Hey, you can't play every hole to the best of your ability. And I do feel like I am so close, especially with the ball striking, to being able to break 80, Rob. On Camrial, on the stadium course, maybe not. Maybe not. Not with a lot more practice of the putting and the speed of these greens, as we keep saying. But you know, I'm really enjoying my golf. I'm very excited for the 2025 golf season in the UK, and I reckon we're gonna, when I first broke 90, I broke 85 at the same time. Like, it just clicked, and that was it. And I feel like the first time we go into 80, I'm gonna shoot like a 77 or a 76 or something like that, and I'm just gonna be like, do you know what, I can do this now. And we're going to play steady golf, and we're going to do it all of the time. So I'm really, really excited, and I hope that that's this summer. And I've got a lot of faith in myself, and I'm going to practice as much as I possibly can. Grind the putting, to be honest with you, most of all. And I think there's at least 4 or 5 shots that I could save around there, just because I haven't practiced it for about 6 months. I'm really looking forward to it. We've got so many good videos planned, haven't we, Rob? We've been invited to go and film loads of different courses in the UK once the weather picks up and the courses reopen and it's open for the season. There's a black cat, maybe that's good luck for the rest of our rounds. Maybe there's a couple of birdies on the horizon, Rob. I don't know, I'm just really enjoying myself. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Even if we mightn't break 80, because that is the goal, because it's my PB, we're going to hopefully put together a good scorecard, minus 2 holes. You guys are going to get to see a wonderful course and just have fun watching some golf and seeing an average golfer go around what is basically a professionally set up course from a tee box forward. Maybe 2 or 3 tee boxes from the actual PGA Tour, but you know, from the normal tees. Let's get on to the next hole.
At only 438 yards long, this would probably be a par 4 if it didn't play so far uphill. A par 5 it is though, and the easiest hole on the course. Accuracy off the tee is still imperative though. You need to be long enough to see around the corner, but not too far to be caught out by the 2 fairway bunkers.
All right, big dog. It's time to redeem yourself. Par 5, gettable in 2. Let's make up for that disaster class. Because it was all this thing's fault. And by this thing, I mean the thing holding it and swinging it. Not sure. Honestly, not sure. Genuinely, I think worse than all of you guys, we've got like 25,000 subs watching these videos. just having a couple of greenskeepers driving around in front of you throws you off so much more. Like, I can cope with people on the internet. Just two blokes whizzing around, drawing beautiful lines in the fairway. My head's gone. It's like when someone asks you to play through, isn't it? You're on an absolute heater, and someone goes, "Do you want to play through, mate?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Right, anyway, that was a disaster of a tee shot. I mean, the green's over there behind this massive tree, so I'm just going to play a chippy little 7-iron to then hopefully play onto the green. Okay, we're on the rough on the other side, it's fine. The absolute audacity of greenkeepers being out here, making it really nice to play on. Jeez, let a man shoot double bogeys in peace. Right, what have I got? 114 yards to the flag. 50 degree, up and over the tree, past the bunker, job's a good one. We honestly might have just stiffed that. That could be so good. Let's go have a look. I don't know how, but we have plugged in the side of the bunker. Really, golf? Really? I'm going to call that a huge dub. They're doing a lot of their spring maintenance here at Camrial. Can you see this, Rob? Where they've removed a patch of grass and replaced it with some beautiful, nice stuff. It looks like when they change a cup, and I wish the holes were that big. It's like fuck golf. Maybe I should be using my 54. I got very comfortable with the 58 and I brought it for that shot and didn't go back to get it. I should have used the 54 on the previous hole as well. And they both would have ran out so much more. That left my club, and I was about to say, I think me and these greens are starting to become friends just as well leaving. Got a bit excited, didn't I?
The final par 3 is a short but very tricky one. If you're short of the green, you'll be in a bunker or roll all the way back down the hill. But if you're on the green and past the flag, you'll have a horrible downhill putt on one of the hardest greens on this course.
Our 16th hole is a very, very interesting looking par 3. 3 crazy bunkers and about 135 yards. We should be dancing. Oh, we're dancing. Beautiful. Stop. Oh, you're kidding me. I thought that was going to roll all the way down the false front. We've spun back off the green. Striped it really nice. Golf's a game of mental fortitude as well, isn't it? It's long when you're out here filming in the sun. I am still loving it though, but those little tiny margins and just bring you back up and get the scorecard rolling again. Come on, let's go make a good chip. Oh, you are kidding me. We've pitched here. That is 2 yards off pin high. And we've spun back off the green. Sign of a good shot that, Rob. Plenty of spin on it. Perfectly executed. Just not for this hole. Right. Anyway, the 54's back. Let's get a nice bit of run out on this chip. What is this green doing to me? It's on a bit of an upslope and I've got a bit too much check on it, but bloody hell, it could have stayed on the green. Can we tie our record for world's ugliest par on the last par 3? Nearly. It's just left it short.
Nasty pin position this, isn't it?
Horrible, mate. It's on like the top of a bulge. No matter which side you're on, it's just going all sorts of different ways.
Doesn't matter how you approach it, does it?
That's a solid putt though. I feel like they've got to have a comp on it. I'm almost certain they do in the next week or so. Maybe they're testing the pin positions for it because they are so much harder than they were the other day. We're still playing right though. Bogey golf is good golf. Camrial, stadium course, PGA Catalunya. It's called that for a reason. And for a regular old 12-11 handicap like myself, I can feel the weight of it gradually weighing me down as we go through the round. But we've got 2 holes to go. Let's make them good ones.
2 big par 4s finish off the round. The first, a dogleg left with plenty of fairway bunkers waiting to catch that ball. But if you find the fairway, you'll have a nice line into the green.
The penultimate hole. Anyone who fades the ball, like myself, this is their worst nightmare. It's a dogleg left long par 4. I mean, he's hit a big fade, but he's in play, so that's fine. Well, we have got ourselves in a pickle. We're going under a tree, then over a tree, then onto the green with a pitching wedge out of the crap. We've basically not got a line, but we're going to try and make a line. I mean, we're on the fairway. It's very, very off-putting, getting caressed by a branch whilst you're trying to take your swing. Even though there was no hope of breaking my club. Just a bit odd. Let's go chip on. It's getting a little chilly. 54 yards. 54 degree. 5 foot 4 inch putt. I'd absolutely love it.
Some interesting manifesting there, I'm not going to lie.
Hey, if it works, Rob. Don't question it, mate. You on team 54 foot putt?
I just hope I'm on team putt, to be honest with you.
How about team 5 foot 4 putt? Would you like to be on that team, Rob?
It was almost team don't need to putt.
All right, let's start being serious again. We want to make a par. Honestly, looks basically straight because it's on, again, a bit of a crest of a hill. Maybe deserved a little better. That was a good roll. Bogey golf is good golf. I am a tired man. We're working out Stableford just out of curiosity because obviously having a quad and 2 doubles ruins your scorecard, but you can get away with that in Stableford because it's just a blob. And actually one of the doubles I got a point on. The other double I didn't, and obviously the quad I didn't. So we got 16 points on the front and so far 13 points on the back. It's 29 points. So if we get a par here and a shot off, we'd end with 32.
And it's not adjusted as well for the course.
That is just using my handicap index. I assume you get more shots on your handicap on this course because it's a very, very, very hard course. So I reckon I'm probably playing to about my handicap, which considering I've quadruple bogeyed and got 2 double bogeys and these greens are absolutely impossible to put on for somebody like me, I feel like we've done really well and I've really enjoyed myself. It's been a very, very good trip. I'm tired and looking forward to my own bed now, but I've really, really enjoyed it. And we're greeted, Rob, after finishing off the front 9 with the hardest hole on the course. We were greeted for the 18th with the second hardest hole on the course. They make it tough for you. Let's go finish off our round.
A big finish awaits you on the 18th hole, the hardest hole on the back 9, 393 yard par 4. Plenty of bunkers in the fairway and plenty of bunkers protecting the green as well.
Little accidental stinger. It's running. It is certainly running. Hole 72 in 3 days, Rob. After a 4 a.m. flight, I don't even know what numbers mean anymore. I've got a 5, 6, 7 and 8 iron. How far away are we? It's playing 190. It's a 6 iron, but I'm gonna just say Andy's a tired man and I'm gonna hit a 5. I often find the best way to get up on the green in 2 is to, okay, roll off the back of it, is to scull a driving iron and then pure a 5 iron. Like, why bother being up the fairway to have a low iron into the green when that involves having to do a good tee shot. Get me on the plane. I'm so tired. Get me to my own bed. That's a great shot to end the holiday on, actually, isn't it? I like that.
Hey, let's make a better one.
Oh, I like your style, Rob. Let's end on a chip in bed. It's also a good shot to end the holiday on. Go on. So close. Yet so far for a par on the second hardest hole. But I'll take a bogey all day, and I think, if my mental math is right, 90. 10 shots to drop, but to be fair, we did have 6 of them on 3 holes. It's been a good one. I hope you guys have enjoyed Camrial. Who knew PGA Catalunya, the host of the Spanish Open, would be a hard course? This guy. But we did it anyway, and hope you've enjoyed it.